Hey, Chris Lipe here. Spoonman, Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, isolated vocals. This is going to be a fun one. When I first heard Spoonman, it was following Black Hole Sun, which had been playing on the radio a bunch. And initially, I'm in my teens, I didn't even think it was the same band. I mean, the vocal gymnastics and improv and spontaneity that comes across in Spoonman versus a song like Black Hole Sun, which is brooding and calculated, and it's just really interesting. It shows how versatile Chris Cornell is. And of course you can see this in droves when you pore over their catalog. I mean, he never does the same thing twice. He's always reinventing a melody, always reinventing a sound with his own voice. What I like particularly about this song and his performance is that he has these calculated moments, and then there's just tons of freedom. There's tons of improv and call and answer, reactionary sorts of things that really make things interesting, not to mention the tone and control and grit, all those beautiful things. I've been inspired by this song forever, and I actually did my own cover of it with a couple of friends. The video for that performance will be on the end screen of this video, and I'll leave a link to it as well in the video information. If you'd like to go further with your voice and you'd like me to take you under my wing, so to speak, as a vocalist, click the link below and join my free vocal course. It's the perfect place to start with all the things that I offer. All right, let's get started. Oh, I love hearing all the breaths and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to make this observation again about Cornell because one of his signature things, and a lot of good singers do this really well, but he has this release at the end of a lot of his notes. It's not just Keep that in mind. It's a hugely powerful way to engage your listener.
Feel the rhythm with your hands.
Feel the rhythm while you can.
Okay, another thing, and you hear this on Black Hole Sun, you hear this in a lot of his performances, you definitely hear it here. He has this anticipatory way about working with his voice. I feel the rhythm. It's not just feel the rhythm, I feel. There's that before. That happens a lot too.
Feel the rhythm with your hands.
It's a way to get in the groove.
Rhythm while you can.
Spoonman.
Ben Shepherd on those background vocals. Listen to this background vocal here.
Spoonman.
Over there, Spoonman, super floppy. It would sound too regimented if everything was right together. You'll also notice that this...
Feel the rhythm with your hands.
With your hands! He doesn't quite get up to the hands! It's hands! Somewhere in between those. And then he's tightly doubling. That creates a smoother sound. And it's really interesting to observe what he decides to double and what he decides not to double. Typically, it's the improvisational stuff that is left undoubled, the more incidental kind of things that he does, and then the more calculated stuff is doubled, which is true of almost any performance, I suppose. But it's the conversation that he has with his own voice in this song between calculated, pre-planned sorts of things, and not that it all wasn't pre-planned. You'll see what I mean though as we go on.
Speak the rhythm on your own.
Speak the rhythm all alone.
Spoonman.
Super slow on that Spoonman. You can hear him anticipating.
Spoonman.
Doubled.
Come together with your hands. Save me.
Save me! You notice when he's doing his chorus vocals here. Listen to his tone here.
Come together.
Come together with your hands. I'm being a little more nasal than he is, but listen to here.
Speak the rhythm on your
it's a little bit more forward. Oh! Whereas we have this, it's a bit more, Spoonman! He's going more through his nose. With your hands.
Come together with your hands, save me. I'm together with your plans, save me.
And then you can hear him mellow out here. This is one of the greatest things about the way Cornell sings. Even in the doubles, you can hear it.
Save me.
Save me. This isn't, he's got this sound.
I'm together.
I'm nasal, kind of crowish. And then he's able to curate it. He's the great curator of his own voice.
I'm together.
Yeah, I'm together with your plans. Save me.
Save.
Not doubled. First of our improvisational sorts of things.
Save.
Oh, listen to that beautiful grit. And also the exhale.
Save.
Save! I'm not doing exactly like he did it, but
Save.
we do. Part of what makes improv so good is that they are off the cuff. And so by us trying to duplicate exactly what he did, and you'll see that in some of the things that I do in my recording, if you try to do it the same, you just fail. You have to kind of make it your own, but get the groove and the idea of what he's doing.
Well, all my friends are Indians.
Now listen to that again. All my friends.
Well, all my friends are.
Again, it's that anticipatory caps. You get in the groove, get in the rhythm.
Well, all my friends are Indians.
Doubled.
All my friends are brown and red.
Spoonman.
Okay, here's mine for fun. All my friends are Indians.
Friends are brown and red.
Spoonman. So I'm holding out Spoonman a little bit more. Spoonman. Still, I'm definitely borrowing the those exhales, those releases. I also don't do I don't do the anticipatory thing quite the same way. All my friends. I kind of do all my friends. All my friends are Indians.
Friends are brown and red.
Spoonman. Cornell.
Well, all my friends are Indians.
All my friends are brown and red.
You can also hear a bit of difference in the recording. I'm using a bit more distortion, a bit more, Pro Tools-y kind of breakup. My mic sounds a little closer than his does. What's interesting, though, is in the mix, when you listen to his original recording and when you listen to mine, like, his voice still sounds bigger. It's the presence and the depth of his voice it's pretty incredible. Okay, moving on.
And all my friends are skeletons.
That C right there.
And all my friends are skeletons.
Here's mine. And all my friends are skeletons. And all my friends are skeletons. And all my friends. Here, I mean, the natural.
And all my friends are skeletons.
One thing that I notice about his is that he's got that percussion on all and all my friends, right? I sort of, I pushed up to it and all my friends. That's what I did, and then let my voice break a little bit. He stopped and all my friends are skeletons. He stopped it there, and I like that better. He's really good, even when he's singing high, and especially in this song. Those hard onsets, those definitive consonants, those attacks that he uses, really drive the rhythm of the vocals, and that's something that I struggled with covering this song, is matching that level of proficiency in the rhythms.
Oh,
I always like that improv.
oh,
It's not really a note, if you listen to it with the full track.
oh.
It's more of a groan. Oh! Oh! It's less than that even. A lesson though. Freedom, not precision.
Spoonman.
There's anticipatory stuff again there. I like how that starts in head voice. Grows a little bit.
Come together with your hands, save me. I'm together with your plans, save me.
Nice doubles. Now we really get into some amazing improv here.
Save.
Again, that save. Don't underestimate how important that kind of sound is. And then it sets him up for that beautifully distorted note.
Save.
It's almost like you hear two tones in there. Save!
Save me.
This note right here.
Save.
No, it's again.
Save.
Save me! Now this one,
Save me.
he hits that D so well, and then improvs around it. It is the coolest sound ever. It's not terribly precise.
Save me.
Certainly the D5 is, but here's mine, a little whinier. Save me! Definitely some more effects on there, right? Save me! Still got the save me! He's got a thicker sound to it. I enjoyed playing with a little bit of those distorted effects around some of these lines. If you listen to my improv section here. Save! Save me! Save me! Save! With your... Now, part of what I did in some of the areas of the song was borrow from live performances that I've heard him do. I'm doing this Spoonman to his
Spoonman.
because I heard him do it live. Then we have the brilliant, one of the greatest entrances into a guitar solo in the world.
With your hands. With your hands.
Okay, just taking that.
With your hands.
Now, you don't hear this so much in the original, full studio recording, but he's on that C, and then it's C sharp, and then he goes to the D.
With your hands.
With your hands, right? And it's so gritty and so perfectly Cornell. And then he's got this.
With your hands.
I always thought this section was, they'd pulled some sort of trick and had him go in and okay, hit that D. But that's not the case. But when you listen to the original studio recording, it's pulled back there on that D, and you almost get cheated out of being able to hear the gloriousness of his performance. Not to say I don't like the original mix, I love it, but you don't hear the seamlessness that happens.
With your hands.
It's all there, right? Then
With your hands.
the with your hands, so such a perfect come down from there. And then his improv here.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Right here.
Come on!
Come on! He's doing that sort of chromatic, but he has this way of being so supremely controlled and abandoned at the same time. And that's something that no other vocalist will ever be able to do, I don't think. Here's what I did in that section.
With your hands.
hands! With your hands! Come on! Come on! So, with mine, I didn't do the I didn't do that. Choosing certain notes to really break up on, and then come on! Come on! Nailing that C5. That's a strong note for me. Come on! Yeah. Being conscious of where those notes are in your range. You know, D is a thinner note for me. Save! And then, come on! Come on! Being able to handle those notes in different ways and really get into them with your own voice and learn how things work is going to help you make some of these passages your own, for sure. All right, enough of me. Let's go back to Cornell. Now we enter the beautiful world of layered vocals with the percussion. Who'd have thought? Cornell uses breath a ton.
Come on, will I get up? Spoonman.
That's one of the ones that sounds more improvisational that's doubled.
Come on, will I get up? Spoonman.
Here's mine.
Come on, will I get up? Spoonman. Come together with your hands.
I tend to hold the notes out a little longer than he does sometimes. It sounds a little maybe less natural.
Come together with your hands. Save me.
So another thing about this melody, save me. It's got that major. For those of you guitar players out there, very mixolydian, very bluesy, and then with your save. There's some ways that he goes back and forth between this major and minor dichotomy, which is part of what makes the melody so interesting.
I'm together with your plan. Save me.
Always like this joining of two different ideas here.
I'm together with your plan.
I'm together with your plans. And then the I'm together with your plans. Those two create an interesting harmony or counter melody, even though they probably weren't tracked at the same time, because he would do a lot of laying stuff down, and then the producer would come in later and be like, oh, I can put those together. And so a lot of his doubles were unintentional. There was the producer's decision to do certain doubles. Not all of the time, but a lot of the time. Another incredible... There he does push up to that D a little bit more. And his voice stays so thick up there. It's just... It's so vexing and amazing all at the same time. And a little anticipation. Mine, here's mine just for fun. Save me with your hands. Feel the rhythm with your hands.
Feel the rhythm while you can.
Spoonman. There's a nod to the live. So that's me closing out the song. Here's Cornell closing out the song. Spry. Less drenched in effects.
With your hands. Feel the rhythm with your hands.
Feel the rhythm while you can.
Spoonman.
So yeah, he's very much more nimble, I think.
With your.
I love this part here.
With your.
He's doing that chromatic thing. With your. It's not precise, but it's like he's inching up to that note, like begging, he's making the listener beg for that hand, and you know, the with the hands, and he's getting closer and closer and closer and closer to it, and then you finally get it, and you're like, oh, thank you. The song ends. This song has so many of those, and you know, the Slaves and Bulldozers is another song that he does this really well with, where he makes the listener start begging, like, just hit the note, you know, and then he does, and you're like, oh, thank you. And that's what makes Cornell so fun to listen to. And this song is one of the most like that. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me geeking out over one of my favorite songs of all time. And I hope you thought it was kind of fun to hear some of my interpretations. Again, if you'd like to hear my version of it, that's on the end screen probably right now. And if you'd like help unpacking your own voice more, be sure to click that link below in the video info and join my free vocal course. I'll help you discover what your voice can really do. We'll see you for more.